Today, I'll be ranking all of Minecraft PvP kits to see which kit is the best and which kit is the worst.
There will also be two factors that we have to look out for when ranking these kits. The first factor is how strong it is during a fight, and the second one is how fun it actually is to play. Because for kits like Sumo, we know what tier it's actually gonna go to already. Now, which better game mode is there to start with than our classic Sword PvP? This is basically like the first PvP anyone has ever done. It's quite fun. I mean, there are lots of stuff you can do like deflections, uppercuts. No, I learned from Sharpness, by the way. Sharpness is goated, guys. Alright. So what better game mode is there to start with other than Sword PvP? This is basically like the first PvP we've ever played before. It's quite basic, even though there are other stuff that's more complicated like deflections and sprint cuts, uppercuts, all these. But it's quite fun, but in terms of power, it's not that strong. I mean, crystals are much stronger and like you only get a sword in most servers like PvP Club. But it's quite classic. Guess I'm gonna put it at... I mean, A tier seems okay. Alright, there we go. Now that sword is done, let's go on to our next one. Now for the next game mode, we're gonna do Axe. I think Axe is fun. Basically you have other stuff like shields. Even in PvP Club, you get this thing called a golden hit. Wait, is that even in Axe? Wait, sometimes I get confused with Axe and UHC. I don't know why. Alright, but it's fun. It's sort of powerful. You get a shield which is defensive. I guess I'm also gonna put it at A because it's just fun. Alright. Next one. Alright, the next one is gonna be Crystal. Basically we call it vanilla. That's because like you can basically create your own custom kits. So that's why they call it vanilla. But we mostly use crystals and anchors. Crystal is super powerful, by the way. You can one-shot an opponent, consider you don't have a totem. It's really strong, it does so much damage. Even the anchors are strong. It's a bit difficult to master everything and become like Dr. Donut, Ichomi, you know. So, but it's really fun. My friend Quacksire, he said it's chill, and I agree. So, S tier, 100%. If you're in a fight with the Ender Dragon, in fact, we might as well just kill the Ender Dragon with crystals. Wait, what do you think about that? I mean, if you think about it, they deal like a lot of damage. Even to a full Netherite player. So, yeah. Alright, the next one we're gonna do is Maze. So, my friend Quack said the Maze is also kinda chill. I mean, I can't disagree with that one though. But I hardly play Maze. I think Maze is fun, but I mean, it takes quite some time to master as well, just like Crystal. But I think it's okay. Let's just put it at A tier for now. Alright, for now. We might reconsider stuff later. Maybe in the second episode. You know, who knows, right? Alright, next. Alright, so the next kit will be UHC. Now, I think UHC is quite fun. You get a few items, you get blocks. You get blocks. That is the difference. Like, I mean, in Crystal you get blocks, but they're not really meant for you to like stand on or anything. They're meant for the crystals to explode. Alright, but I think USC is fun, but there's a great catch. It's quite similar to Axe, just that you get like blocks. I mean, oh yeah, but you get water and lava as well. To like try to burn your opponents. But I mean, you know what? I think we should put it at B for now. We will reconsider. I'm gonna type in reconsider and put it at B. Alright, so does it say never mind. Alright. Next one. For the next one, you got pots. Basically in pot, all you get are potions. and basically like I don't play pot often, but you get like your whole inventory is probably potions. Basically, it's not gonna be that powerful, and if you accidentally splash your opponent with the potion, basically a free potion. It's free effects for them. So I'm probably gonna put it at C tier. We will reconsider this next time, I think, but most likely it's probably still gonna be a C tier. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, we all know. Next one is Netherite OP. And it says it in the name, Netherite OP. So, I mean, I think, like, since you get full netherite, and I mean, basically, that there are a lot of game modes where you can get full netherite in, but for Netherite OP, I mean, you get overpowered weapons, like those crazy enchanted stuff. Really powerful in terms of fighting, so S. It's really good. Alright, on to the next one. Why do I keep saying that? I'm gonna rephrase that next time. Alright, for the next game mode, we have SMP. It looks strong. You get the cobwebs. I think we should put it A tier because basically I mean, it's not as powerful as like Crystal or Netherite OP. We can all agree with that one. So A tier. Alright, on my computers. Oh wait, I gotta turn on my charger. Okay, there we go. Now time for TNT. I mean minecart. We call it carts PvP. Yeah. I think it should. I'm not really a fan of cart PvP. I mean, it's you gotta place on a rail, the carts, and then you got to shoot it with a bow. I think. I usually see people do that, but in your inventory, I mean, carts cannot stack. That's the problem. I mean, like TNT in Minecraft, they cannot stack. Oh, so basically you get a really limited amounts. Probably going at C for me. But luckily so far nothing's at F yet. But I think we're gonna come to that one really soon. Alright, next kit is bow PvP. I mean, bow, it doesn't really deal a lot of damage. Yeah, you know what, easy B tier, right? B for bow. And also, not really that strong of a weapon. Compared to Crystal, Netherite swords, we know which one is stronger. Alright, next is Creeper PvP. You spawn a creeper, you light the creeper, boom. I think it's really creative. I mean, I didn't expect anyone to use Creeper to PvP. I mean, like, creepers are hostile mobs. Like, they were meant to actually just spawn in survival, in the dark. Basically, it's supposed to be a threat to us in survival, but now we're using it to PvP. It's actually insane. In fact, it's so creative, I'm giving it an S tier. It's really creative. And it's really strong. It's literally creepers. I mean, just imagine a lightning strikes it. That's even more insane. You get a charged creeper and they're super strong. Alright, so for the last and least kits, I'm not gonna call it last but not least because this sumo, basically the sumo kits. Now let's see what we actually get in the sumo kits. It's nothing. You get nothing in the sumo kit. So basically this F tier. Boom. Okay, just like that, we have completed 12 kits. Yeah, 12 kits. And come back for part 2. We're gonna do a part 2 soon with even more kits and on the same tier list. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm not gonna ask you to subscribe or anything. It's your choice. So have a great day. I'm out.